Cyclone Fanatics? Talking with Tron here today. Actually, we're getting Tron's take. New segment. We changed it. We've called it Talking for Tron for nearly 2 years now here at Wilson Toyota of Ames. But, you know, if you watched Talking with Tron last week, Tron Smith here, Wilson Toyota of Ames, a little bit of a new format to your segment. Are you ready to talk some quality smack?
You know me.
I do know you.
It's what I do.
But you got soft last
I'm good. No. I did not get soft. Here we go with this soft thing. Didn't we have this conversation already? I like you. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. But you know what? We're having our differences, man.
We are, and that's what's going to make the Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota pregame show so very interesting this Saturday from, it would be 3 to 4 on 1460 KXNO, where Tron here and I are going to be live right outside the north end zone by the Jacobson building.
And from what I understand, I mean, not only are we going to be live, did I get this memo correct? Are we going to have Buffalo Wild Wings?
We're going to have Buffalo Wild Wings, 200 of them actually.
Oh, man.
So you got to get there early.
You got to get there, because you know me, I like to eat.
Tron's going to have about 50 of those.
50?
So a quarter of them are going to be gone by the time anybody else even has a shot. I might have like 3 or 4, because you know, I got a big long night of work. I'm actually doing the pregame for the radio network that night too. So no, it's not even that. It's more like you got to control what's going through the intestines before you go on the air. It's something I learned back in the day when I was in Shenandoah doing, you know, you get stuck, Tron, and you're running the board on your own, and you got to go.
Can't really, you know.
It gets nasty.
Ooh, you know, if it was number 1, it's easy, but when the number 2's calling, there's a problem.
Yep. So, you know, I'm going to take it easy. I might just have to stick to the Asian zing, not go any hotter than that. But we're going to have the Wild Wings. We're going to be giving out free Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota t-shirts. We got some footballs we're going to toss out. And, of course, you're going to have top-of-the-line journalism, sports journalism from these two characters right here.
And you know what we want everybody to come over and check it out. You know, you guys know how we roll. We like to keep it real, so you never know what you're going to hear.
You never know what you're going to hear. And when you go on different teams, you know, opposing teams' message boards, Tron, you never know what you're going to read. And I'm sure that they think that about CycloneFanatic.com as well. You know, we've got some crazies. We're all a little crazy, right?
That's why we call it fanatics.
Correct.
You know, it's because it's something, you know, crazy.
So what we're doing this year here on Tron's Take, we're scouring the internet and we're finding interesting comments from the opposition. And we just want to analyze it because, you know, we love the Northern Iowa Panthers.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they're actually, you know, before we get there, maybe we should touch the team before we do that. Should we talk about what we're going to see this Saturday? Why don't we do that? What do you think about that?
I'm fine with that.
That way that comment's probably going to be really way out after we have this conversation.
And Tron has not seen the comment, and that's what's going to make it glorious. It's all spontaneous. Northern Iowa comes to town, Tron. Last year Iowa State whooped them pretty good, but you know that score was a little bit skewed. Northern Iowa moved the football.
27-zip. They actually have more yards than we did.
They did.
If you look at the stats, they were a better team stat-wise.
Yeah. Other than the
turnovers, and that's what killed them.
Jerome Tiller played the majority of that game. Austin had the injury. He didn't play well. That was one of the games I think where people, you know, they all wanted bring on Tiller, and then you saw that game and you kind of go,
Leave Tiller. Tiller.
Yeah. So you got this Northern Iowa team coming in. Paul Rhodes said in his press conference on Monday, it may have more team speed than Iowa State. Jake Nod talked to Jake Nod. Jake Nod called him, said they're like a Big 12 team. So, you know, this is a top 5 team in the FCS. What's Tron's take?
You know, my take is the same thing. We had the conversation about Landry Jones or Griffin earlier in the season. Yep. The first thing I said is what you don't want a versatile quarterback. And that's what this kid is. This kid can not only run the ball, actually he's not bad throwing the ball. Now, when you get that, that's like a dual threat, you know, technically. This kid's going to be hard. But you know, one thing I know about this defense, they can, you know, we saw it last year. They can contain this guy. And they're going to have to. They're going to have to get to him quick and get to him often. But, you know, you got to look at that and say, you know, hey, this kid can run the ball at will, and he probably will run the ball at will. So, you know, I'm not worried about it. You know what, AJ?
That's the thing. I mean,
I'm not. You know,
when you got a dual threat quarterback, you like some linebackers.
You know,
and I think Iowa State's got a couple of those.
You know, listen, when my boy knocks on the door, just open up and let him in. You know, that's what's going to happen, man.
I have a feeling you're going to see plenty of Jake Knott.
We're going to hear a lot of that name. We're going to hear a lot about this defense. So that's good. You know what I think though, because I shaved my head. You know, I shaved my head. I thought it was cool. I'm going to shave it again, but you know, I got this thing I thought about. I think you should grow your hair out like Latimer. I think you should just grow it way down to here, and that's what you should do this season.
What do I get out of this?
You know, you get the long hair, I get the short hair. You know, we're kind of different.
We're going to have to put this up to a vote, Fanatics, because
I think we should run a vote. We'll see. I bet there'll be more yeses than no's.
I'll have to go check in and see what Michelle Doyle out of Tommy's Salon thinks about this statement.
Can we do extensions over there?
We'll just braid it. How about that?
Oh, man, none of that.
All right, let's go Tron's take. I visited PantherNation.com. They're pumped up. There's actually an entire thread before I got this one, pretty much about how much I suck. Which I love seeing that, because that means they're
paying attention, baby. They're paying attention.
Thank you so much for the page views. That is.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
PantherNation.com. Wilson Toyota. When we turn in their click report at the end of the year, they like you stopping on in and checking out the Toyota Camrys.
It's great. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You guys stop on in 2212 South Duff Avenue. When you guys come in town to watch the game, stop on by. We got vehicles for all makes, models, all people of every collegiate background.
And we love Northern Iowa. Gary Ryman's a good friend. Hopefully we'll get him to stop by the show.
Hopefully he'll stop in and tune in with us.
We had Gary on the show last year. This one, I thought this is going to spur a comment from Tron. I think a poster by the name of UNI83.
UNI83, this is for you.
He says, you and I will have the most explosive offense in terms of big play potential that you will face this year, referring to Iowa State. UNI's players will be some of the fastest you will face all year, which I actually do somewhat agree with that. They're fast. Question is if you and I can explode rather than implode like we did many times last season. So, Tron, I ask for your take on the comment. You and I will have the most explosive offense in terms of big play potential that you will face this year, meaning better than Oklahoma, better than Texas A&M, better than Oklahoma State. Do you agree that the Northern Iowa Panthers have this?
One word.
What's that?
What? Come on, man. Listen, okay, I understand you're a fan. I'm a fan, too. But you know what? I'm a college football fan. And when you're a real college football fan, you don't say things like that. You know what you do? You really look into things. Fine, you think your team's explosive. Here's the deal. I think they're a little explosive, too. Are they the most explosive team we'll see? Come on, man. Are you kidding me? You know, he just went and took all the words out of my mouth. You know, I won't even go to Oklahoma. I won't even go to Okie State, A&M. Let's just go to Baylor. Listen, you guys are going to be fast. You're going to be explosive. Not that explosive. 83, where's the 83 come? Is that how old you are? Is that what's going on?
Maybe he graduated from Northern Iowa in 1983.
Come on, man. The most explosive.
Well, you know, and I do somewhat agree. Just after not with the explosive part, they are fast.
I think they are
very fast team. Paul Rhodes was just blown away with them.
I agree with it, but you know what? Sometimes. Listen, that comment is like singing in a shower. Do it alone. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
The most explosive team we'll see.
I mean, I scoured this thing, and I didn't even think I needed to bring another one because I thought that would spur some controversy. I thought John is just juiced up here.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm excited, and don't get me wrong. You know, I've looked into you and listen. I think you're right, dude. I think they're an explosive team. Don't get me wrong. They're not that explosive, okay?
Okay. We just want a prediction. Tron, what do you think the prediction is, or do you want to hold off for the radio show? Where are you going for this?
You know what? I'll give my prediction. It doesn't matter to me. Listen,
all right, bring it.
We got 14 points on this team.
14 points
by 14. Here's the deal. There's a few things that'll catch you when it comes to speed. Hard hitting is one of them, and we do that very well. And then an offense that can actually stay on the field. The problem is this: I believe that our offense will be able to sustain a drive, and I think that'll keep their offense off the field. And I also think that defense is going to have a tough time stopping that offense. The second thing is this: I believe that every quarterback is good until he gets hit. Period. I know a few guys on Iowa State defensive linebackers and cornerbacks that would love Mr. Rennie to come around the corner. Listen, pay attention. Keep your eyes open. You want to talk about imploding and exploding? Wait till you get hit, my friend.
I think we ended on that. Tron Smith here, Tron's Take, Wilson Toyota of Ames. Again, you can catch the Cycle and Fanatic Wilson Toyota of Ames pregame show from 3 to 4, 1460 KXNO. Tron, we have a lot of folks who, they live elsewhere in the country, and they can tune in on KXNO.com and we post the tailgate pictures, and they kind of just feel like they're a part of things. So that's always good,
I think it's great. And, we encourage all fans, you and I fans, come be a part of the radio show. Come down, hear what we have to say. And like I said, we're going to say good things, but we are Cyclones. Just don't forget that.
We give UNI 83 a hard time. We do like UNI. Tron and I both do. They're a fun team.
I think they're a great team.
That's a great team who I hope Iowa State plays every year.
I hope the rivalry stays.
I hope so too. No matter what happens with conference realignment, I love this game.
But the comment? Come on, man.
Not a big fan of the UNI 83 comment. All right, well, it's Tron's take, and that's why we do it. We want to see what this guy thinks. He always brings passionate, informative opinions to the broadcast. Tron, we appreciate it. Stop on in, get yourself a Toyota. Any hot deals right now? Because when I got that Camry last year, I mean, that was a smoking hot deal. What do you have going on?
I'm telling you the deal right now. This is great. It's perfect for this conversation. The Toyota Tundra. You know, just like the Iowa State truck that we have that'll be right out, sitting right side by us at the radio show.
It's ridiculous.
Great. You know what? 0% financing up to 60 months plus $1,000 is Toyota's. That's just unheard of. Toyota normally doesn't do that. And it's a great time. We have a great selection. So if you're looking for something to pull that wagon down and get that tailgate to Jack Trice Stadium, stop down. We'll show you one of those Tundras and we'll go from there. Remember, 2212 South Duff Avenue right here in beautiful Ames, Iowa.
And I tell you what, the reason Toyota doesn't normally do that, they don't have to.
That's right.
Because the product speaks for itself. I mean, Tron, the wife and I went on a road trip over the last week, and I have a Jeep, and I had the Toyota Camry. We don't even think about taking the Jeep anymore. It's just like, man, because it's so much, I love my Jeep, but the Camry is so fun to drive. It is so much more reliable. We really do. We will buy it. Even if you guys dump us here in a year, I'll drive a Toyota the rest of my life. I will guarantee you that, everybody. So stop on in, check out you're going to want to get a picture. Bring your kids, get a picture next to the Tundra this year. It is ridiculous. This guy did a whale of a job. We look forward to, you got to see the Scion car. A lot of good things going on here. So stop on in, say hello. We look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. Tron, we'll see you Saturday. Flex the muscles, get ready. Cyclone football has begun.